From Laredo to Laredo for Laredo, this is Laredo's Kid Connection to the Community. Brought to you by the Fernando A. Salinas Charitable Trust Fund. Now, here's your host, Tim Gutierrez.
Coming up on this edition of Laredo's Kid Connection to the Community, we're going to show you some new health technology that is being debuted here at Laredo Community College. Just some amazing things going on at LCC, and you'll hear about some of them right here on the show. It's all about Hispanic heritage over at the Vidal M. Trevino Magnet School, a huge ceremony there, and we have video to show you on the show. And Miss Texas visits some local schools as part of her reign here in the great Lone Star State. We're talking about Daniela Rodriguez, our own from Laredo, that is now Miss Texas. We'll have her visit over to the Harmony Science Academy in just a moment. But first, the Fernando Salinas Charitable Trust Fund would like to thank its community partners, starting with the Women's City Club, Laredo Community College, Texas A&M International University, of course United ISD, Laredo ISD, the City of Laredo, Webb County, and the Gateway Community Health Center. Thanks for being partners in the community with the Fernando Salinas Charitable Trust Fund. And right now we're on location over at Laredo Community College, the Fort McIntosh campus. Even on the weekends, like right now, lots of cars as lots of students are taking classes on the weekend. Of course, we're moving forward in the fall semester. It is winding down a little bit, but coming up is the big spring semester here at Laredo Community College, where you can find your future. Open the door to your future at Laredo Community College as the spring 2016 registration begins on Monday, November the 16th here on campus. You can register for a big spring semester with lots of new courses here at Laredo Community College. Again, starting Monday, November the 16th, you can start registering for classes for the spring semester. Of course, if you start early, more classes will be available here at Laredo Community College. By the way, the Fernando Salinas Charitable Trust Fund has given literally hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of dollars to scholarships right here at LCC, sponsored many types of events and different areas of the campus as well. So, the Fernando Salinas Trust and Trustee Javier Santos understands that education is so important for our community, and that's the reason that he has been a huge supporter of Laredo Community College over the years. By the way, before we tell you about the great things happening here at LCC, want to send a big congratulations to LCC's Marketing and Public Relations team for winning 6 medallion awards from the National Council for Marketing and Public Relations, including a gold, 2 silver, and 3 bronze awards. Of course, that department overseen by Deirdre Reyna, and of course Steve Trevino. He's the Marketing and Public Relations Director there. He oversees a team that does a wonderful job in promoting this great college here. Again, congratulations to LCC's Marketing and Public Relations team for winning 6 medallion awards from the National Council for Marketing and Public Relations. Absolutely great job done there by that team here at LCC. Want to talk a little bit about a campus tour that happened here at Laredo Community College. At the building that you kind of see behind me right there is where they had the big ceremony as middle schools from Laredo ISD came in and they actually got a chance to tour the college and see what LCC is all about. They were at the Martinez Fine Arts Complex, and inside they got a chance to see some videos that, kind of show what Laredo Community College is all about and some of the special programs that they have here. They also got a chance to play some games and, have a good time as they were able to tour the campus here at Laredo Community College.
We're currently at the Martinez Fine Arts here at the campus. We have a group of about 400 students that came in to visit the campus this morning. Throughout the week, we're going to have all 4 LISD campuses visit LCC. what we're doing during this tour is basically we want to expose the students to the college life, the college setting. We want to give them some information about how what it is that they're going to need to know about coming to college. And then what's most fun for them is just exposing them to the college setting, the college life, being able to see the students here on campus. So that's really our purpose for this, this event that we're having for these 7th graders from LISD.
So that was the group there from Cigarroa Middle, about 400 mid-schoolers from Cigarroa Middle School. Christian also came in earlier in the week. And then coming up next week, Memorial Middle School. So all the middle schools from LISD getting a tour of the campus here at Laredo Community College. I want to talk about a huge grant that came forward to LCC in the amount of $225,000, a grant from the Texas Workforce Commission in order to, improve a lot of the programs that they have for HVAC. Now, that's heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Obviously, those so important here in our area of South Texas, especially air conditioning. Well, they have a great program here at LCC on HVAC, and now they have $225,000, a grant from Texas Workforce Commission to upgrade some of the programs that they have here at LCC. Even more so, the commissioner from TWC was actually here for the big announcement.
Well, we're very excited for two reasons. One, we have one of our Texas Workforce Commissioners here in Laredo visiting this great city of ours. But most importantly, we're very happy because she came to give us a grant of close to $250,000, $225,000, to modernize all of our equipment for our heating, ventilation, and air conditioning programs. We have great facilities because of the bond issue and the modernization of the buildings and infrastructure, but we were needing the equipment, and so this grant is going to make that possible. We're going to be able to offer to the high school students, to the college students, the latest technology in heating and air conditioning systems and training. So we're very excited for those two reasons. The direct complaint to the students is that they're going to be able to train in the most advanced technology that this particular industry has to offer. It's very important because, as you know, everything's driven by technology nowadays, and so it's important that we train our students in the latest equipment that's available out there in the commercial area and the residential area of air conditioning.
I was here today to award the Texas Workforce Commission Skills Development Fund grant. It's a grant that allows, in this case, our local community colleges to partner with our local school districts in order to allow them to create dual credit programs to identify the needs of industries in the area that will allow people to have specific training in career pathways in areas in high demand.
And you know, HVAC is really a great program, and actually Laredo Community College, one of the big accredited colleges when it comes to HVAC. So it really is a great program here at Laredo Community College, going to be even greater because of that grant from TWC. I want to talk about some new health technology here at Laredo Community College, which is absolutely fascinating. A lot of health professionals coming out of Laredo Community College, and now they'll have state-of-the-art technology to help them understand the human body and giving health care even more. The Health Science Division actually had a huge upgrade of some of their technology for their students. New technology including the SimMan and the SimMom, 3G medical mannequins to be used by nursing students as a training tool here on campus. We got a chance to see the SimMan as a group of students actually were explaining how that worked to Dr. Juan Maldonado and other officials from the college.
Well, it's very advanced. It's very high tech. Mm-hmm. It's very useful for us because we can also simulate an actual patient. Mm-hmm. And say we can also simulate like certain situations in which we have to act quickly, and so we're better prepared for when there's an emergency in the hospital.
With this, it's the simulation, and this particular one is a SimN3 that we use a lot for medical surgical situations that come up. What the studies have shown from the National Council of State Board of Nursing is that you can do half of your clinicals with simulations and still come out with having an effective, efficient nurse that also can perform at a higher efficiency level because they've had the practice with the muscle memory, with also having the repetitiveness, being able to make mistakes if they happen, and without it affecting a person or a real-life person.
And this technology is called what? What exactly is this technology?
It's actually called simulation.
Simulation. Okay.
Right, and we have a SimMom that delivers, and we also have another SimN3 that our students are able to use.
Okay. And what is it that makes this technology so beneficial for upcoming health professionals?
With this technology, based on its name with simulation, it takes and simulates a real life situation. You set up different scenarios for the students, and so they get to practice. So if you want someone to have a heart attack, the mannequin can have a heart attack, and how is the student going to respond? And they're able to practice that before they get into a hospital situation. If you have a delivery, you can have the students there in order to monitor the contractions and the different stages of labor that the mother goes through. And then they're able to see what a normal delivery is. Or you can set the scenario if there's complications in the delivery, and they're able to work with that.
So that actually was the SimMan that you were seeing there, 3G medical mannequins to be used by all the health students, especially in the nursing program here at Laredo Community College. They also unveiled the SimMom, which actually, can simulate a live birth. Obviously, we can't show it here on the show, for obvious reasons. But that is new technology here at Laredo Community College that is absolutely amazing. It is simulated, anatomically correct, mannequins that help out with the teaching at the health science area here at Laredo Community College. Congratulations on the upgrade of some of the teaching tools here at LCC. By the way, coming up next week, we'll have part 2, and you'll get to see the Anatomage, which is actually a tool that shows, the dissection of a human body, but it's actually done in some huge iPads, and the students are able to dissect the body and see everything from the skin to the veins to the organs to the bones, you name it. You'll see that next week here on Laredo's Kid Connection to the Community. Let's head over now to the Lara Academy. They have a big Dia de los Muertos display there at the FS Lara Academy at Laredo ISD. Of course, the Fernando Salinas Charitable Trust Fund has adopted this school, been giving lots of scholarships here recently to Laredo Community College, in fact. But they're teaching students about culture over there and some of the misnomers that surround Dia de los Muertos, and letting the students understand that death is an important part of life itself. Some of the students brought pictures of some of their loved ones that have passed away. They did some of the flowers and decorations there at the Lara Academy on a display for Dia de los Muertos that was absolutely amazing.
We have the Dia de los Muertos altar. It's becoming a yearly tradition that I do here at Lara. I want my students to understand the culture that we come from. Our Hispanic culture, a lot of them don't understand it, so I want them to know about it. It got started because there was a misunderstanding of the belief systems, and they would see the skulls and they were thinking it was the Santísima Muerte, and I had to start explaining to them. So I started explaining, and then year by year, we just started with the sugar skulls. We can't have sugar skulls at school because we're going to have ant problem. Yeah. So we started coloring them in, and little by little, the altar became what it is now, because I want them to not have misunderstandings about our culture and our traditions. The pictures are from our students, and they are from, of course, a Mexican actor that most of our students are familiar with. They are from our staff members, our students. There are pictures of our deceased, our past loved ones that have gone away. And the offerings are there because we've interviewed the parent, the people, the children. You know, their parents have passed, and we asked them how were they like, what did they like, and that's why we put a little bit of what they were of. You know, that represents each individual.
The flowers are actually because of their smell. They bring back the spirits from the death. I colored some of the pictures. I learned that death is not that bad, that we all have to go through it.
It's inevitable. We're gonna die. So I wanted them to understand, you know, that death doesn't have to be as morbid as a lot of us, you know, are made to understand. And that's where it's coming from. And they're enjoying it, and they're seeing their loved ones in a different manner now. They're looking at it like, oh, okay, they're in a better place.
So those students there really getting a great lesson on Dia de los Muertos, on our Hispanic culture, obviously, and how Dia de los Muertos is such a huge ceremony, especially here along the border. They made their own altar there for Dia de los Muertos, and really got a great lesson on what that specific day is all about for people around the world, especially of Latin descent. Want to head over to the Vidal M. Trevino Magnet School and a huge Hispanic Heritage Festival that was going on there on the grounds of their brand new facility as they celebrate Hispanic culture right here in our community. For years now, they've held a huge celebration at different locations around town, but obviously they wanted to kind of showcase the new VMT school, so they held it there on the grounds, and it was a spectacular event as part of the Hispanic Heritage Festival from VMT. Check it out.
And we're thrilled. This is our 22nd, and we are very excited because we have so many talented kids that are going to be performing. We have games, we have a lot of good food, we have parents and kids joining us in this wonderful event. So we're excited, and we're inviting everybody to come down and join us. This is a really great activity that we do yearly. We started it 22 years ago. And it was really to celebrate our culture, but it started growing and growing, and so we've incorporated so many other activities. The talent is incredible. Laredo has an enormous amount of talented students, and we're just so proud that we have the opportunity to work with these kids and showcase their talent.
I have been coming every year since its founding over there in the downtown historic St. Peter's District. Then it moved to the Civic Center, and now here I am at the first one in its new place right across Nixon High School on Bartlett Avenue. Why is it important? Tim, we're all Hispanic. Yeah. Mexican American. I think I don't remember our percentage at the present time, but our heritage dominates Laredo, and we're very proud to have our Mexican heritage, and we will always celebrate it for every occasion, every 5 de Mayo, 16 de Septiembre, Hispanic Heritage Month, which is now, and so we'll always celebrate, including our posadas have the Hispanic origin there. So all year long, we celebrate our heritage.
Well, this festival we have put together so we can show off all the talent that we have here at VMT. We have right now, as you can see, we have the orchestra playing. And earlier today, we had a few dance performances that we have from our dance teachers here. And the Hispanic Festival, it talks about the cultural dances and music that they are playing. It is important to celebrate because it helps kids understand the culture and all the different regions that the cultures have.
That really is one of the spectacular festivals that we have here in the Laredo area, put on, by so many, but specifically the students at the Vidal M. Trevino Magnet School. They show some of their culture, some of the heritage, and why we are so proud to be Hispanics. When we continue on location from Laredo Community College, the Fort McIntosh campus, we're going to show you the most spirited high school here in the Laredo area, according to a big survey by the Football Fanatic put on every year by McDonald's of Laredo. Also, some high school seniors learn about college, and they go over to Texas A&M International University to see, what's available out there for higher education. We'll be back with more of the show in just a moment.
Jugoso, sabroso y con el toque tradicional mexicano, Taco Palenque trae para ti el nuevo pollo al pastor. Acompañado de lo agridulce de la piña, crea otra opción más para disfrutar del sabor único como tú lo prefieras. En una fresca y saludable ensalada, deliciosos tacos en tortillas hechas al momento. O en una quesadilla como ninguna otra. ¿Mucha hambre? Disfruta del combo de pollo al pastor todo este mes. ¿Qué esperas? Ven a satisfacer tu hambre a Taco Palenque.
LCC is recognized as one of the best colleges in the nation for Hispanics for several reasons. One reason is because LCC students are going places after graduation. Many students who start at LCC transfer to major and noted universities of their choice. By beginning at LCC, students can save money on tuition and college expenses and receive a solid foundation to succeed at the next level. You can too. Come, open the door to your future at LCC.
Laredo's Kid Connection to the Community is brought to you in part by Dr. Sara E. Campos. Your child's health is important. That's why you need a pediatrician you can trust. That's Dr. Sara E. Campos at 1501 East Bustamante. Give her professional, caring staff a call for an appointment at 795-4750. That's 795-4750. Remember the name you can trust for your child's full health care needs. Dr. Sara E. Campos.
I'm State Representative Richard Pena-Raymond, asking that you please drive carefully when you're driving through school zones. Whether you're an adult driver or a high school student who has their driving permit or their driver's license now, when you go through school zones, please be careful. Kids are back in class, being dropped off by their parents, walking in school crossings and getting off school buses. That's why it's especially important to be extra vigilant. Reduce your speed and follow all traffic laws. Make sure that you don't use your cell phone or text when you're driving through schools. Our kids are our most precious resource. Let's keep a tragedy from happening. I'm State Representative Richard Pena-Raymond asking you that you please be careful when you drive through school zones. Let's protect our kids. Thank you and God bless you.
Laredo's Kid Connection to the Community is brought to you in part by Laredo Community College. Find your future at LCC.
We'd like to welcome a new sponsor to the Connecting the Community program who will continue serving the corridor in the center of Old Laredo and new development in the east central part of the city, the Buenos Aires Clark Plaza. Bienvenidos, buena suerte y adelante Laredo.
Hi, I'm Dr. James Vanderberg.
And I'm Dr. Andrea Font.
Come visit us at Laredo Orthodontics, where our passion is building beautiful smiles. At Laredo Orthodontics, we're changing lives one smile at a time.
Come see us at Laredo Orthodontics. We'll make that crooked smile straight again.
Here at Laredo Orthodontics, we're devoted to restoring and enhancing the natural beauty of your smile. So call us for a free consultation.
Y venga a visitarnos a nuestra oficina.
Welcome back to Laredo's Kid Connection to the Community. We're on location over at Laredo Community College, the Fort McIntosh campus. You can see lots of activities even here on the weekend. Lots of classes going on as, we start to wrap up the fall semester, actually, here at Laredo Community College, getting ready for the spring semester. Laredo Community College was one of many higher education institutions that had a booth over at Texas A&M International University as they had their senior night there at TAMU. Lots of very interested, students around the booth of LCC during the college night there at TAMU. also colleges and universities from around the state and the Southwest, actually, with booths there as, seniors start thinking about where they want to go to get that higher education in the future. Our cameras were there as the students busted in and were overly anxious to see exactly what was there to offer as they get ready to eventually graduate this year and then head off to college.
Tonight we're hosting our annual Laredo College Night here on our campus, where hundreds of students locally and in the area come and visit with over 40 universities and colleges. Now this year we have something unique because we actually invited some colleges and universities from Mexico. So we're staying true to the name, Texas A&M International University. This time around, students, particularly juniors and seniors, come and visit with college representatives to ask about the admissions programs, the academic programs, and other leadership opportunities that they want to participate as they transition into college.
I just came to look at the colleges.
Okay. Any in mind already that you're looking at?
Yeah.
Yeah, which ones?
Baylor, UT Austin, UT Dallas. I think this gives you an opportunity to figure out what you're looking for and what they have to offer.
You know, a lot of students take this opportunity to visit with the different schools and get a feel for, is this the school I want to go to? And they have a lot of choices to pick from, really. And they get to learn a little bit more about each college and university as far as, does this meet or satisfy my goals? Is this something that I want to pursue? Is this something that I want to do? So a lot of times students don't have access to that information, so we bring it here on campus where students can take advantage and speak with these representatives one-to-one, face-to-face.
Well, College Night is something that Texas A&M International University has been doing for several years now to help out the seniors, not only from the Laredo area, but from Zapata, Crystal City, Carrizo Springs, and other areas. They actually come down here and they get a chance to get some very important information on colleges in the state of Texas and throughout the Southwest, including Laredo Community College, of course. Want to show you the most spirited school in Laredo as part of a big contest called Football Fanatic from McDonald's of Laredo. Cigarroa got the coveted award for their spirit, a big trophy from McDonald's of Laredo, and then the most spirited individual got $1,000 courtesy of McDonald's. That's actually an individual that's an art teacher over at Cigarroa High School, of course, the school that got that huge trophy there. It was very proud of their accomplishment.
My name is Rick Diaz. I'm the art teacher here at Cigarroa High School. I truly believe that school spirit is very important in the morale of any high school. I've always believed that whatever school I worked at, I was a head cheerleader there. I always praise the work of all these kids who are in athletics, in dance, in cheerleading, and everything that they want to be part of. They become part of the school, and their essence grows, and the rest of the school needs to know that their hard work should be praised so that school spirit should reign supreme. Well, I think it's fabulous, for one. It promotes, like I said, school spirit, and a lot of these kids, and community, especially community. And these kids get together, these fans get together, and not only for a $1,000 check or for a trophy, but just to show school pride.
Again, yet another year of the big Football Fanatic in the books from McDonald's of Laredo. Of course, Didac Incorporated, big time behind community events like the Football Fanatic. Schools get a chance to show off their spirit at the individual McDonald's here in the Laredo and Zapata area. And Cigarroa coming out with a big prize there. Talking about McDonald's, a guest appearance by Ronald McDonald over at the big game, which is actually, Laredo's Super Bowl. It involves Nixon and Martin High Schools as they clash on the gridiron. Ronald McDonald over there getting the crowds pumped. It's something that McDonald's has done for many, many years, as Ronald McDonald himself comes down here and gets all the troops excited about Laredo's huge football matchup. We're talking about Nixon and Martin.
Let's see who wins. I guarantee you this, though. Whatever team has the most points at the end of the game, winner!
By the way, we don't really run a lot of sports here on the show as far as specific events, but we did want to let you know the final score of that big rivalry match between Martin and Nixon. The score right there. Great job by both schools. It really doesn't matter what records they have or how good their teams may be that year. It's always a huge matchup between those teams, as they have been a rivalry for many, many years, and it really is the big Super Bowl for Laredo there between Martin and Nixon. You know, over at the McDonald's on McPherson and Delmar, and also the one on Saunders, Castellano and Carpenter, some local dentists set up shop for a big candy buyback that has been happening here in the Laredo area for 2 years now. Lots of kids lining up to give, that unwanted candy, essentially, from Halloween. Sometimes there's just too much and can create problems like cavities. They were getting money for the candy that they actually turned in there at those two McDonald's. It's an effort to prevent cavities, but also to help out the troops overseas, as that candy is packed up and actually sent to some of the troops, part of Operation Gratitude. The second year that Castellano and Carpenter has had the big candy buyback at local McDonald's here in our area.
Anybody that wants to bring in their candy, we will be buying it back for $1 a pound, up to 3 pounds of candy, so up to $3. And with this candy, what we will do is try to remove the candy from the children, because we all know it causes tooth decay. And tooth decay is one of the most common chronic childhood illnesses in the United States. And by age 5, 6 out of 10 children will have had tooth decay. So by helping get rid of some of this candy, hopefully we're preventing some of that. And we're also helping our troops, because some of the candy that we collect from them, we are going to send to the troops overseas through one of the projects that they have where you donate candy and they send it to the troops overseas. So they'll get to enjoy some of the candy that we're taking from them. It's kind of a win-win for everybody. And we look forward to seeing the children come in and turn it in. And I think McDonald's has been nice enough to allow us to do this here in their store. And they're also giving the children a free ice cream or a free treat when they come in and donate their candy as well.
So what a great effort there by Castellano and Carpenter at the McDonald's at Delmar and McPherson, also the one at Saunders. They added a second location this year as part of the candy buyback, giving out money to kids that bring candy forward and donate it to Operation Gratitude, that candy sent to our troops overseas, and they certainly do appreciate it. Many times they get letters from some of the kids as well, and that's just an extra special, treat for the troops overseas that want to hear from some of the great folks back home. Did you hear Miss Texas Daniela Rodriguez, that's right here from the Gateway City, actually paid a big visit to the students over at the Harmony Science Academy. She got a chance to talk to some of the great students there a little bit about, what she's doing during her reign and some of the great, efforts that she's doing for nonprofits and for certain causes here in the state of Texas. But she got a chance to go around the campus of Harmony Science Academy and actually visit with some of the students there. You know, we've actually had 3 Miss Texas from the Laredo area in just a few years. Of course, we saw Lauren Guzman. We also saw Ana Rodriguez, and now Daniela Rodriguez just recently winning the crown of Miss Texas. Congratulations to her. Of course, she's making the rounds around the state of Texas, and she wanted to pay a visit to the students there at the Harmony Science Academy. Talking about that, you know, we're already in the month of November, but we just wrapped up the big breast cancer awareness effort that happened here in our community during the whole month of October, and the Harmony Science Academy was part of that. Towards the end of October, they had a big breast cancer awareness walk, the first involving such young students here in the Laredo area. And the folks from Pink to Do, which is all about community awareness surrounding breast cancer, very impressed by the effort by the students there at the Harmony Science Academy.
Well, today, Harmony Academy made history in Laredo because for the first time ever, in the 13 years that Pink to Do Association has been active in this community, for the first time ever, an entire school organized itself, sat outside, faced the sun, and walked around the street for breast cancer survivors.
So congratulations to all those students bringing awareness to breast cancer here in our community and across the great United States. Of course, all the month of October, part of that awareness campaign, they decided to do something special there at Harmony Science Academy with a breast cancer awareness walk. I want to tell you about something that's extra special. It happened a few months ago, but it really didn't get a whole lot of play anywhere on television here in the Laredo area. It's called Art for the Sky. It is something that's been happening for many, many years, and what it is, it brings awareness to certain issues throughout the world, specifically about the environment. And an international artist that's been doing this for many, many years, he's probably done it at 200 locations, including places like China, India, England, many parts in the United States, came to Centeno Elementary over at UISD, and he wanted to put on a display of his special kind of art there at Centeno Elementary. The artist's name is Daniel Dancer, and what he does is he does a type of aerial video and photography of a special type of art. In this case, at Centeno Elementary, it was of a buck, like in deer. You know, obviously deer are so important to our part of South Texas. So they did an outline, and then the kids were part of that artwork.
When I'm up there like a
sky side.
Voice of earth scares me.
All right.
Rises like a song, singing for us to get along. Rivers, mountains, you and me, all connected like leaves on a tree. From sea to shining sea, then I come back down.
Then he comes back down.
'Cause I live upon the ground.
Because he lives upon the ground.
If you ask me where I've been,
hey man, where you been?
I just say a little spin. 'Cause I didn't have a clue. Had to get myself a better view of it all. And I feel fine now.
I always ask the students, what kind of a t-shirt do we want, you know, for each year? And they always want our buck to be a part of it, either the head, the whole body. So it's very significant to us. It represents who we are. It's part of Texas. It's part of our country. And when I say country, I'm talking about the area where we live in. It describes us.
That type of art, a little hard to understand, but very awesome, as you saw a big, buck there, showing how important, deer are to our part of South Texas over at United ISD, Centeno Elementary. Congratulations, a big international artist that has done this across the world, coming to Laredo and doing it there at Centeno Elementary. As we go to break, a bit of the fall band extravaganza at Texas A&M International University. Both the symphonic and jazz band played for a huge audience there at TAMIU. Themes about carnival and the circus from major composers. We'll be back with more of the show in just a moment. Stay close.
Kid Connection to the Community is brought to you by your friends at McDonald's of Laredo. Proud sponsors of community programs like McTeacher's Night. McDonald's of Laredo. Great food, great fun, great people just like you.
LCC is recognized as one of the best colleges in the nation for Hispanics for several reasons. One reason is because LCC students are going places after graduation. Many students who start at LCC transfer to major and noted universities of their choice. By beginning at LCC, students can save money on tuition and college expenses and receive a solid foundation to succeed at the next level. You can too. Come, open the door to your future at LCC.
Hi, I'm Dr. James Vanderberg.
And I'm Dr. Andrea Font.
Come visit us at Laredo Orthodontics, where our passion is building beautiful smiles. At Laredo Orthodontics, we're changing lives one smile at a time.
Come see us at Laredo Orthodontics. We'll make that crooked smile straight again.
Here at Laredo Orthodontics, we're devoted to restoring and enhancing the natural beauty of your smile. So call us for a free consultation.
Y venga a visitarnos a nuestra oficina.
Welcome back to Laredo's Kid Connection to the Community. We're on location at Laredo Community College, the Fort McIntosh campus here. And you can see lots of activity even on weekends as some of the students here are going to classes. As we kind of wind down the fall semester, we get ready for the big spring semester. Talking about that, you can start to register for the spring semester here at LCC starting on Monday, November the 16th. You get your choice of some of the first classes if you're the first to start registering here at Laredo Community College. Find your future at LCC is the motto here at Laredo Community College. Talking about Laredo Community College, LCC South held a big Halloween bash over there on that south side campus. The first ever zombie walk held here on the campus of Laredo Community College, put on by the great folks at LULAC Council 12. First time for that event, and it was somewhat small, but what happens is those zombie walks, they start off small, like the one in Austin. The first one only had about 60 people and now has thousands upon thousands of people. So they're expecting many more zombie walkers next year, but this was the first annual from LULAC Council 12 over there at LCC South. Check it out.
This is a partnership with Laredo Community College and LULAC Council number 12. We're actually raising funds for scholarships. And, you know, LULAC has given away since 1990 almost $500,000 worth of scholarships to seniors across the entire city of Laredo and the surrounding areas. So we're excited about what we do locally and the different partnerships that we have to continue to be able to provide that head start to our seniors when they go into a college or university at their choice. So, you know, it's exciting. And what better way to have a zombie walk that, you know, is something that people like,
As we wrap up Halloween here, we want to show you a big Halloween bash that happened over at the Moss Library. That's the McKendrick Ochoa Salinas Library there on the city's south side. A big party that was held there with hundreds upon hundreds of kids and families showing up. It's part of the city showing their appreciation for all the great folks there on the city's south side. Lots of great fun for everyone of all ages. They had, face painting. They had games. There was lots of food and lots of fun for the people over there on the city's south side.
What we tried to do was an event that was going to be able to be during the day and to have a little bit of everything for adults and for kids. We have live bands for adults so they could enjoy music while the kids, as you can see in the background, are either face painting, pumpkin carving, playing little games, everything in general. And then on top of that, we're also having a costume contest with door prizes, cash prizes in reality. What we tried to do was incorporate everything from parks to the library. As you could see, and you'll take some film of it, we're using Freddy Benavides, and then we're using the parking lot, we're using the tennis courts, and then it trickles down to the Moss Library. And the library is also a huge factor that they're the ones that are contributing for the costume contest.
So again, that happened at the Sophie McKendrick, Pancho Ochoa, Fernando A. Salinas Branch Library there on the city's south side, a new facility from the city of Laredo. The city wanted to have something special, kind of a safe place to have Halloween events there on the city's south side. Let's talk about a new group of Tejano Achievers from LULAC Council 12. They held their main fundraiser for the group over at the Laredo Country Club. Among those that were honored, Anselmo Castro from IBC, Analisa Garza, a judge from the Valley, Ruben Nevares Pereda, he's from Unitrade, Raul Reyes, he's the mayor of El Cenizo, and Pete Sainz, of course, the mayor of the great city of Laredo, as well as Roger Rocha, who is the national LULAC president from the Laredo area, bringing back the presidency to our area for the first time in more than 40 years. The Fernando Salinas Trust is a big supporter of LULAC, and in fact, we got a chance to talk to some of the recipients of the Tejano Achievers Award over at the headquarters of the Fernando Salinas Charitable Trust Fund. 12.
I appreciate this very much. The fact that you bestowed this award or this honor in me, given the fact that you all do so much for Hispanics, but for the communities, Laredo in particular, since you're here as well. I'm humbled, and I'm now one of many, and I'm glad to say that I'm very proud to say that you've given me this honor, and I'll appreciate that very much.
In LULAC Council 12 has played a big role in the development of our community here in Laredo. As the oldest council, they've been able to give out almost 1,000 scholarships, totaling almost $500,000 since 1990. So it really says a lot about the caliber of the organization.
Humbled is, I guess, the first word that comes to mind, because we do what we do out of a labor and a passion of love to make a difference in the community. We're not here to seek a lot of recognitions and stuff, but every now and then it's nice to get a pat on the back and say, you know what, you're making a difference and doing a good job. So this award to me represents that particularly.
So congratulations to all the Tejano Achievers there. A big fundraiser from LULAC Council 12 at the Laredo Country Club. They've held it for many, many years, acknowledging people that do a great job here in our community and really help out in so many ways. Congratulations again to all those Tejano Achievers. Have you heard there's a brand new pro basketball team coming to Laredo soon? It's called the Laredo Swarm. As we get ready for pro basketball here over at the Laredo Energy Arena, the Swarm is part of the American Basketball Association, which is actually older than the NBA. Lots of great teams, obviously, going to be participating in that. It is high-flying action. That is what they are promising. They had a big party to kick things off over at the Laredo Energy Arena, and we were there.
tonight for us, what we're doing is we got some sponsors here with the whole goal of just thanking them. But also what we're here to do is this inauguration. Let everybody know the Laredo Swarm is in town and we're here to do business.
So the games kick off in December there at the LEA. So get ready for the Laredo Swarm at the Laredo Energy Arena coming up here in December. Again, a team from the American Basketball Association. They'll be playing with some great teams, not only from the Lone Star State, but across the country as well. When we continue on location from Laredo Community College, it's Set Your Goals and Be a Success. Mrs. Estela Kramer sitting down with yet another guest so they can tell us a little bit about how they got on their path to success. We'll be back with more of the show in just a moment.
Bob, what kind of fish are we fishing for?
Julie, we're after wild Alaskan pollock topped with melted American cheese, creamy tartar sauce, and served on a hot steamed bun.
Bob, you're talking about the McDonald's famous fillet of fish.
Well, it is the catch of the day.
Dive into the best value meal under the sea, McDonald's fillet of fish.
Every day, as always at McDonald's, there's a lot to love for a little, Jules. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it.
Laredo's Kid Connection to the Community is brought to you in part by Dr. Sara E. Campos. Your child's health is important. That's why you need a pediatrician you can trust. That's Dr. Sara E. Campos at 1501 East Bustamante. Give her professional, caring staff a call for an appointment at 795-4750. That's 795-4750. Remember the name you can trust for your child's full health care needs. Dr. Sara E. Campos.
I'm State Representative Richard Pena-Raymond, asking that you please drive carefully when you're driving through school zones. Whether you're an adult driver or a high school student who has their driving permit or their driver's license now, when you go through school zones, please be careful. Kids are back in class, being dropped off by their parents, walking in school crossings and getting off school buses. That's why it's especially important to be extra vigilant. Reduce your speed and follow all traffic laws. Make sure that you don't use your cell phone or text when you're driving through schools. Our kids are our most precious resource. Let's keep a tragedy from happening. I'm State Representative Richard Pena-Raymond asking you that you please be careful when you drive through school zones. Let's protect our kids. Thank you and God bless you.
Laredo's Kid Connection to the Community is brought to you in part by Laredo Community College. Find your future at LCC.
LCC is recognized as one of the best colleges in the nation for Hispanics for several reasons. One reason is because LCC students are going places after graduation. Many students who start at LCC transfer to major and noted universities of their choice. By beginning at LCC, students can save money on tuition and college expenses and receive a solid foundation to succeed at the next level. You can too. Come, open the door to your future at LCC.
We'd like to welcome a new sponsor to the Connecting the Community program who will continue serving the corridor in the center of Old Laredo and new development in the east central part of the city, the Buenos Aires Clark Plaza. Bienvenidos, buena suerte y adelante Laredo. Welcome back to Laredo's Kid Connection to the Community. We're on location at Laredo Community College, the Fort McIntosh campus. Lots of activity here on campus, even on the weekends. The fall semester in full swing right now, but the spring semester is coming up, and you can start registering for the spring semester here at LCC as you find your future starting on Monday, November the 16th. Now it's time for a part of the show that we've had for many, many years. Mrs. Estela Kramer, who's pretty much known by everyone here in the community, especially in educational circles, sits down with special guests so they can tell us a little bit about their life story and how they got on their path to success. Here's Mrs. Estela Kramer with another guest here on the show.
Today, we have a very, very special gentleman, friend of mine, who has been in many professions, and our Lord has sent him to a brand new profession. And I'm so happy that he's here to share with us, being the Chancellor of the Diocese of Laredo, Romeo Rodriguez.
Ms. Kramer, thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. It is not the first time that I've been here, and I'm honored always to have the opportunity to come and share thoughts and talk a little bit about what's happening around the community and a little bit about what we've done in the past. First and foremost, I currently am serving the Diocese of Laredo. I work for our Bishop James A. Tamayo, and we are very, very happy to say that there's a lot of great things happening in our Catholic faith. With the current visit that we just had from our Pope, I think we've had a great opportunity to look at several things. But before I continue, I do want to talk a little bit about my current job. I am the Chancellor for the Diocese of Laredo, and I do want to clarify that the Diocese of Laredo is not just Laredo, but it's approximately an area that serves about 300,000 Catholics, and it's 7 counties and 42 different missions and parishes. And it's a well-kept secret sometimes. When we see people say or hear people say Diocese of Laredo, we think that it's basically just Laredo, but it's not. And with that comes a responsibility, that of making sure that all our parishes, all our parishioners, all our citizens are getting the services that they need. And when we look at how these services are guided and what kind of policies are used to make sure that we're in line with the Church, we always refer to canon law. So when we say that we're the Chancellor, I think it's important to define that. The Chancellor's primary responsibilities revolve around being the archivist. You are the record keeper of all that has to do with the diocese.
What do you advise the youth of Laredo?
It's very
to establish themselves to be a success.
Well, primarily, the biggest thing that I have to say is that they have to focus on their spiritual intelligence. I know that it's difficult at times when we're intellectually trying to deal with everything that school demands from us, and it's very difficult to deal with the emotional aspects of sometimes being disappointed by our elders or our loved ones. And sometimes we don't do a very good job of taking care of ourselves physically. But if we can at least focus on what is there all the time, and that's our belief in a superior being, a God, I think that can be our sense of where we can draw our hope even in the darkest and most difficult of times. So my advice to young people is to please not let the drug be the family, not let the drug be the God that is able to remedy or deal or subside the pain that they may be going through, because it is a very difficult thing to go through adolescence and not have someone that you can depend on. So I really recommend to families, to children, to young people, to search deep into their hearts and look and listen to the fact that they're not alone, that there is a God, that there is someone there that will be by their side, that there's a guardian angel that's going to take care of them, and a patron saint that they're going to be able to ask for intercession, and that we'll have an opportunity to bounce back even when we don't think we're going to be able to get up.
We really appreciate your sharing.
Thank you so much,
with us. Thank you for being here.
And thank you for having this program. God bless you.
That's a wrap. Back to you, Tim.
Thanks a lot to Mrs. Estella Kramer for doing that for so many years here on the show. Thanks to all the guests that come on the show as well to tell a little bit about their stories and how they found that path to success, to give the youth of Laredo a little advice on how they can get involved in their education and also in the community to also find that path to success. By the way, Estella Kramer over at Region Care Center, so you may recognize some of the backgrounds of the many interviews that she does there at Region Care Center right here on the show. And that's all the time we have for Laredo's Kid Connection to the community. We're here at Laredo Community College. Some great things always going on here. We told you about just some of the different events that happened here recently, including the unveiling of new science technology that's going to help the students that are in the health science program here at Laredo Community College. You'll see part 2 of some of the state-of-the-art technology coming on next week's show, so stay tuned for that. That's all the time we have for the show. You make it a great weekend.
This has been Laredo's Kid Connection to the community. Underwritten by the Fernando A. Salinas Charitable Trust Fund. Thanks for watching.